So I've been an iPhone user for as long as I can remember, but lately I've started feeling a shift, and the Galaxy S25 is a big reason why. While the Galaxy S25 hasn't completely replaced my iPhone just yet, I've been using it a lot for work, and I've been pretty impressed by how much Samsung has improved on last year's model. However, it's not perfect, and there are a few things I really hope Samsung fixes with the Galaxy S26. Now we won't see the S26 until next year, and there's still not much concrete info out there, but some rumors suggest we could see the return of an Exynos chip and maybe even the removal of the punch hole camera. But if Samsung really wants to stay competitive and challenge Apple head-on, here are 5 areas I think they need to improve with the Galaxy S26. 1. Time to step up the cameras. Samsung, honestly, is kind of treading water when it comes to camera hardware, especially on the base Galaxy S25. The camera setup is practically identical to last year. A 50MP main sensor, 12MP ultra-wide, 10MP 3x telephoto, and a 12MP selfie camera. Sure, they say low light performance has improved, but it's not a revolutionary upgrade. Meanwhile, the S25 Ultra got a nice jump with a 50MP ultra-wide sensor. I'd love to see the S26 get that same upgrade, or at least improve the ultra-wide camera. That could give it an edge over the rumored iPhone 17, which might stick with a 12MP ultra-wide. 2. Build on AI. Don't just maintain it. Samsung has a leg up on Apple when it comes to AI. The Galaxy S25 features Galaxy AI with Gemini integration, which offers smarter cross-app functionality, AI-based summarization, and more. It's pretty useful, though not perfect. Sometimes, AI summaries miss the mark or misunderstand content. With the S26, I hope Samsung takes AI to the next level. Let's focus on making everyday tasks more intuitive, not just showing off what AI can do. It's all about refining it, not adding gimmicks. 3. Ship a complete OS at launch. The Galaxy S25 software rollout felt incomplete. One UI 7 promised cool new features, but many weren't available when the phone launched. We had to wait for updates to fill in those gaps. The Galaxy S26 needs to come with a fully polished OS right from day one. No more piecemeal updates. A complete, consistent experience would go a long way in building user trust and ensuring everything works as promised. 4. Key 2 charging shouldn't require a case. This one's frustrating. The Galaxy S25 doesn't support native Key 2 magnetic wireless charging out of the box. You need to buy a special case to use it. As Key 2 accessories are becoming more popular, this just feels like an unnecessary hurdle. For the S26, Samsung should include Key 2 charging by default, no special case needed. Wireless charging should be convenient, not conditional. 5. Give us faster charging and a bigger battery while you're at it. Samsung continues to cap its base models at 25W wired charging. It's not the slowest, but when you compare it to phones like the OnePlus 13, which supports up to 100W charging, Samsung's charging speed feels outdated. The S25 has a 4000 mAh battery, but it still doesn't compare to phones with larger batteries and faster charging speeds. If Samsung wants to be a real contender, it's time to step up the charging game. A larger battery would be great too. Final thoughts. The Galaxy S26 has a lot to prove. We don't know much about the Galaxy S26 yet, but I'm hopeful there'll be a meaningful upgrade over the S25. Whether it's better hardware, smarter AI, or a smoother user experience, Samsung has a real opportunity to lead the way in Android smartphones. And who knows, if Samsung gets it right, the Galaxy S26 might just convince me to make the switch from iPhone for good. What about you guys? Are you excited about the Galaxy S26? What would it take for you to upgrade or even switch brands? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we're diving into the debate that just won't go away, Exynos vs Snapdragon, and it looks like things are about to heat up again with the upcoming Galaxy S26 series. So here's the latest. After 2 years of exclusively using Qualcomm's Snapdragon chips in its flagship Galaxy S series, Samsung is reportedly bringing Exynos back. According to a well-known tipster, Jukin Losharif, the new Exynos 2600 chip is definitely happening, and yes, it's going to be used in the Galaxy S26. Now, this isn't exactly coming out of nowhere. We've seen a few reports suggesting Samsung is working hard to improve its 2nm fabrication process for the Exynos 2600. But here's where it gets interesting. The same source also says that chip volume is going to be pretty limited, similar to what we saw with the Exynos 990. And if you remember the Exynos 990 days, that chip was used across the globe on the Galaxy S20 and Note 20 series, except in the US, Canada, and China, where Snapdragon was used instead. So if Exynos 2600 production is that limited, it's more likely Samsung will go back to something like the Galaxy S22 strategy, Snapdragon for most markets, and Exynos in Europe or a few selected regions. Now let's talk about the most likely scenario. Based on past patterns, we could see Snapdragon chips in the S26 Ultra model worldwide, while the regular S26 and S26 Plus might feature Exynos in select regions, much like what Samsung did in 2024. But of course, at this stage, nothing's confirmed. It's all speculation, and things could change depending on production, testing, or even feedback from early prototypes. So I want to hear from you. Are you Team Snapdragon or Team Exynos? Would you buy the S26 if it ships with Exynos in your region? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're now going to run through the full specs, design, and expected pricing to help you decide which one is right for you, so hit subscribe now, and let's dive right into it. First up, the standard Galaxy S26. It's coming with a 6.2-inch dynamic A&O LED display with improvements in brightness and color accuracy. We get a 120Hz display with HDR10+ and a resolution of 1080x2340. The display will be protected by Gorilla Glass Victus 3. For selfies, it has a 12-megapixel punch-hole camera. On the rear, there's a triple camera setup consisting of a wide, ultra-wide, and telephoto, but the exact sensors are still unknown. It'll be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2 chipset and comes with 12GB of RAM and up to 512GB of storage, UFS 4.0. The battery is a 4000 mAh unit with 25 dB fast charging and 15 dB wireless charging. It will also support 5G, Bluetooth 5.4, Wi-Fi 7, and ultra-wideband support. The phone will launch with One UI 8 based on Android 16 and is expected to start at around $800 in January 2026. Next, we have the Samsung Galaxy S26 Plus, which may also be known as the S26 Edge. This one will come with a 6.7-inch dynamic A&O LED display with similar improvements in brightness and color accuracy. You'll get a 120Hz display, HDR10+, and a resolution of 1440x3120, protected by Gorilla Glass Victus 3. There's a 12-megapixel punch-hole camera for selfies. The rear setup includes a dual camera system with a wide and an ultra-wide camera, though the exact sensors are still under wraps. It's also powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2 and will come with 12GB of RAM and storage options of 256GB or 512GB, UFS 4.0. The battery is a 4900 mAh unit with 45 dB fast charging and 15 dB wireless charging. It will support 5G, Bluetooth 5.4, Wi-Fi 7, and ultra-wideband. This model will launch with One UI 8 based on Android 16 and is expected to be priced from $1,000 in January 2026. Finally, we have the premium model, the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. This one features a 6.9-inch dynamic A&O LED display, again with improvements to brightness and color accuracy, 120Hz refresh rate, and HDR10+, with a resolution of 1440x3120, and it will be protected by Gorilla Glass Armor 3. There have been reports suggesting that this could feature the first ever under-display camera on an S-series phone, likely an 8-megapixel under-display selfie camera. On the rear, it will come with a quad camera setup featuring wide, ultra-wide, telephoto, and periscope lenses, but the exact sensors are still unknown. The phone will be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2 in all regions and will come with 12GB of RAM and up to 1TB of storage, UFS 4.0. It's packing a 6000 mAh battery with significant improvements to fast charging. As expected, it will also support 5G, Bluetooth 5.4, Wi-Fi 7, and ultra-wideband. The S26 Ultra will launch with One UI 8 based on Android 16 and is expected to start at $1,300 in January 2026. Overall, it's looking like the Samsung Galaxy S26 series is going to be an exciting release, especially if the Ultra becomes the first S-series phone to feature the under-display camera. Samsung seems to be continuing their strategy of improving and refining their phones, rather than completely redesigning them for the sake of it. And just like all new phones, there will be a major emphasis on software, with AI playing a huge role in the user experience. The launch is still a bit far off, but we can expect plenty of information to leak as we approach the release date. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on the latest updates.